think I'm playing the throwback. You're completely not giving 100%. Yeah, I just don't think you got what it takes, bro.
See, making music ain't for everybody.
Stop trying to do everything, because then you're gonna get stuff that ends up sounding like this.
This is what it means to live in purpose. Yeah, if you ain't know, and all it ever took me was some focus. Yeah, if you ain't know, he told me spit the word without a pulpit. Yeah, if you ain't know, so I ain't letting go of my anointment. Yeah, if you ain't know, you already know what time it never is. Let go. I'm serving scriptures to the bodies that be lost in the street. Man, I ain't letting go of nothing, this the gospel to me. I'm never quitting, man, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I'm focused on my mission like I'm Moses walking straight through the sea. I got a pocket full of pennies cause my soul changed. Even that my Lord's never joined the dope game. Now I'm getting real comfy, let the coat hang. You know I'm in the building, man, I'm about to blow like propane. If all this rap is an issue, then you could grab a tissue. I'm saving lives with these verses, man, I won't even diss you. You got some hate on your spirit, man, it don't even fit you. You better step out my presence or else my God will fix you. Just know I'm living in purpose to every single daughter. I ain't gonna wait till you give it, man, I'ma take my flowers. Don't need no trophies or glory because he gave me power. I'll just keep repping the kingdom until the final hour. Purpose. Yeah, if you ain't know, and all it ever took me was some focus. Yeah, if you ain't know, he told me spit the word without a pulpit. Yeah, if you ain't know, so I ain't letting go of my anointment. Yeah, if you ain't know, never letting go.
My purpose, man, it's locked down. Can't take it from me, no, not now. Ain't no way I'ma walk out. I'm fighting on for my God's crown. Got a problem with it, that's on you. Get behind me, Satan, watch God do everything that he said he would, and that's all faith, yeah, understood. Yeah, got a calling, we're showing up. Evil spirit need to step down, otherwise I'll be pulling up. Aftermath, y'all see the blood dripping down, got no love for the enemy. Holy, you better be telling my old self that he's dead of me. See these orders coming in, telling me to go spread the message. You can't tie me down, check it, we moving to the objective. With anointed sound, getting prophetic, y'all can't reject it. But with God, we make a move strictly because he said it. Woo. Ignore all the people that don't wanna see you do it for the kingdom. Glory be given to God, and we don't deserve it. When the yang comes, he's putting his heel right on the back of the neck, killing the serpent. The battle is already won, so
this is what it means to live in purpose. Yeah, if you ain't know, and all it ever took me was some focus. Yeah, if you ain't know, he told me spit the word without a pulpit. Yeah, if you ain't know, so I ain't letting go of my anointment. Yeah, if you ain't know, never letting go. See, we only living in the purpose that God put us in, you feel me? Never letting go. So never mind who you thought we were. Never letting go. I know you feel like you the gatekeeper and everything. Never letting go. But it ain't up to you. Yeah. You already know what time it is. Yeah. 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 I'm feeling like David. Yeah. Feeling like David. Yeah. Can't nobody slay me. Yeah. You can't slay me. I feel like Moses. Yeah. Big like Moses. Yeah. Can't nobody hold me. Yeah. Can't nobody. Yeah. I feel like Dale. Yeah. And what I'm daddy, yeah. Can't nobody face me, yeah. You can't face me. I'm feeling like Joseph, yeah. Big Joseph, yeah. Can't nobody break me, yeah. Can't nobody break me. Listen, why these haters tweaking? Acting like I don't need it. All of my pockets bleeding. All of my sneakers speaking. Never had a pot to piss in. Made a lot of dumb decisions. All of my sins forgiven. Now I got ammunition. No competition. This is the product of staying resilient. I'm gonna make it, don't need an opinion. Ain't gonna fumble, I'm here on a mission. I'm already winning. This is the vision. Feeling like Jesus in front of the millions. Making my mark with some bread and some fishes. Can't take the heat to get out of the kitchen. I'm feeling like David. King David. Yeah. Can't nobody slay me. Yeah. You can't slay me. I feel like Moses. Yeah.
Welcome, 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 welcome. That's Feeling Like David by Connect, who is also myself, obviously. My name is WesTheTech. I'm your music business coach that's here to answer your music industry tip questions today. And of course, I'm a Christian hip hop artist that goes by the name of Connect. All right, all the music that you will be hearing in the background will be my music, but so glad to see you guys. I'm going to wait as some more people join in and join into the live. I got some great questions to go over with you guys today, so I can't wait to go over them with you. I'll just give a couple of minutes here and wait till everybody go ahead and joins in here. In the meantime, I definitely want to go over a couple of things. Of course, like I said before, my name is WesTheTech. I'm a music business coach / recording artist. All right. And I'm pretty much here on YouTube and IG to help you guys figure out the music industry in the best way that I can. I actually do music full time. I've been doing music full time for years now. And I've learned a lot of different methods and a lot of different ways to actually make a real income while doing music, while living a life only doing music. So I just want to share that knowledge with you guys. I just want to put you guys in a position to be successful, put you guys in a position to succeed as well. So that's why I decided to start my YouTube channel with music industry tips, where I do drop Tech Tip Thursdays. Every Thursday, I drop a new music industry tip to keep you guys up to date, to make sure you guys are knowledgeable with everything that has to do with the music industry. But I also decided to start doing Tuesday live Q&As as well. The reason I started doing that is because there's a lot of people out there who leaves a lot of different comments on my videos, asking questions about so many different things, right? Things that I haven't actually made videos for yet, and so on and so forth. So what I decided to do is I essentially just decided to start doing live Q&As. That way I can answer all of those questions that's in the comments, as well as continue to just build a community of like-minded individuals who just all want to grow in their music field. All right, so that's pretty much what I'm doing here. And like I said, I'm just here to answer any music industry tip questions you guys have. As you guys come into the group and join the party and join the conversation, just let me know where you're watching from. All right, and just throw your questions right there in the chat room, in the chat of YouTube. And like I said, I will answer them the best way that I can. The last thing I want to do is get the particulars out the way. Of course, I have my membership club here. If this is something that may be interesting to you, there are perks that are included, including priority replies to comments, members-only exclusive walkthroughs, and free month-to-month music business coaching sessions. All you got to do is hit that little join button on the bottom of the video. That way you'll have access to that. You could take a look at all the different perks and what's included with it, and we could go from there, all right? But with all that being said, we're going to go ahead and start jumping into these questions, even though we're still waiting on some people. I know some people take a few minutes to join in. So as we wait, for those of you who are already here, I want to just get to those questions, all right? So, and like I said before, guys, as you guys are joining in, just let me know that you're here. Let me know where you're watching from. All right, let me know, share your music links so we can share your music links, and so on and so forth, because like I said, I'm here to help you guys out as independent artists. All right, so let's get to the first question here. All right, I have a couple of really good questions, but the first one I'm going to get to is, let's see, let me pull up my questions here. Here they are. All right, so first question that we're going to go over today was a question that was left on my video, how to register your music with BMI. All right, so the question is, in BMI, when asked who the publisher is of a cover song that I arranged, are they referring to the cover song's publisher or myself as the publisher of my own arrangements? Can you understand how ambiguous this question is? Or ambiguous? I hope I said that right. Yes. Please clear this up. not only for me, but for everyone else who wants to register their arrangements in BMI. And this question was asked by Ray Moroso too. All right, and this was asked a couple of days ago. All right, so to answer the question here, the question is in regards to publishing. All right, so obviously when you're registering a song through your performing rights organization or anywhere else, they're going to ask you who the actual publisher is. Now, as an independent artist, you have to make sure that you do have a publishing company. Now, if you don't know what a publishing company is, or you don't have a publisher, then I would definitely strongly recommend that you guys take a look at my video where I talk about publishing companies. All right, now this is my channel, this is my page. All right, for those of you who already know, all right, it's good to use this little search engine right here, because in this search engine you'll actually be able to find particular videos on particular things, right? So for example, he's asking me in regards to publishing, right? So just type in publisher and see what type of videos come up. And as you can see, one of my top videos is, do you need a music publishing company? In this video, I actually break down and talk about publishing companies for those who don't know. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share this link to the actual chat room for those of you who are watching now and those of you who will be re-watching this, so you guys can see this and check this out. But this is everything that you need to know about publishing companies. So going back to the question that Ramoroso had in regards to publishing, he's asking as far as the cover song. So essentially what a cover song is, it's the same written lyrics, but it's with new vocals and a different arrangement or a different instrumental, so to speak, right? So he's asking me, when he registers, does he register the cover songs publisher or his own publisher, right? In this case, you would register your own publisher because it is a new song. Even though it's a cover song, you already got the license to use the cover song. All right, you got the license to use the song as a cover song, so you're creating a new work, which means that new work would have a new publisher. So you would use your own publisher. Now, before I end that question, I also would like to let you guys know, when you are doing cover songs, you have to make sure that you do get the licensing, because if you don't get the licensing, you could get in real big trouble if someone decides to get upset that you made so much money off of their music without even getting a license from them. So you got to make sure that you absolutely get that cover song license before you do anything else, all right? Because once you get that, you'll be good to go, all right? But also, what you guys want to look at, if you want to look at, there's certain music distribution companies that allow you to release cover songs. There's not that many out there, but for the ones that do, you can find that obviously on my page and things like that. And I actually will be doing a video soon of the top music distribution companies that you can actually release cover songs with. So be on the lookout for that. That's going to be coming this week. Actually, I already filmed it. I just need to actually edit it and get it out to you guys. So be on the lookout for that. Brian, what's going on? Good to see you again. Brian Wheatley has joined in to the Tuesday Q&As, and I already see your questions, so I'll definitely get to that question next, Brian. All right, as I said, I know we're still waiting for people to come here, but let me actually take this Ramoroso and let him know that I actually did add this song, or answer his question in this video, which is something that I'm gonna start doing, guys. A lot of these questions I answer during these Tuesday live Q&As, but I don't even let the people know who ask the questions that I answered their questions. So I have to remember to do that, and I'm going to do that moving forward. All right, so I'm gonna make sure that I share this link to Ramoroso. I hope I said that right, so that he get it. All right, now guys, again, remember to share your information. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you want to share your music links. You could do that as well. That way we could all share, follow each other, subscribe to each other, and continue to grow the community. All right, guys. But This was a great question by Ramoroso. All right, so I'll make sure I'll get this video out to him so that he is able to get the answer to his question. All right, now we're gonna move on to Brian's question here. Brian, again, thank you for joining in. Thank you for getting or having another question and for joining us. Brian actually was one of our winners for the best question asked. All right, and for those of you who don't know what that is, whoever answers the best question on these Tuesday Q&As, whoever asks the best question will get a free gift on me. All right, and that gift will be revealed once the winner is revealed. Brian actually has one before, so it's good to see you back, and it's good to see that you have more questions. So Brian's question is, hey Wes, what is your perspective on digital platforms as opposed to direct to fan approach through SoundCloud, Bandcamp, and others? All right, so this is absolutely a great question. All right, and what I will do is, I love this question because I've been getting this question a lot. All right, as far as what is better, direct to fans versus digital streaming. And honestly, Brian, there's pros and cons to both. There's good things about each, but there also isn't. So I look at it this way. So when it comes to direct to fans, you basically get your music to them directly, right? You interact them with directly. You sell your music to them. So, you sell each song at a time. It's direct. You may have merch and other things associated with it. There are SoundCloud does that, as Brian mentioned. Bandcamp does that. Just to show you guys, visually what I mean is versus just telling you, because sometimes it's just easier to see it. Bandcamp is one of these sites that does this, right? As you can see on Bandcamp, you could create your own profile as an artist. Let's just go to any one of these artists here. I'll go to this artist right here, right? And at this artist, you see that's the name of the song, right? We could go to the artist's page, all right? And from the artist's page, you see all of their music here. Now, you can actually purchase their music directly from their page. You can follow them. You can contact them, right? And this is a lot of times this is the only place that you'll find their music, but you'll be able to listen to the music here. You could purchase the song, you could purchase the MP3 so that it comes to you. Here's the digital discography. If you wanted to just purchase their full discography, it's great, right? Look, 33 releases, you could purchase the whole discography for that amount of euros, right? And of course, you could do vinyls and CDs and all of that stuff as well with Bandcamp. Bandcamp is one of the many that we're talking about when it comes direct to fans, right? So it's really great. However, the con to it is understanding that most people who listen to music nowadays listen to music through streaming platforms. So people listen to their music on Spotify. They listen to their music on iTunes. They listen to their music on Apple Music. They listen to their music on Amazon Music, right? These are the places that people are listening to their music. So when you do something like direct to fans, they're going to have to download the music and they're going to have to listen to the music in a different place. For example, if you were to download these songs onto your phone, they wouldn't be in Apple Music. They wouldn't be in Spotify. They would be in the files of your phone, and you would have to go to your files to listen to those songs. Now, a lot of people don't want to do that extra work, especially since they've already used to listening to music through a specific digital streaming platform. So that's what you have against direct to fan websites like this, because at the end of the day, sure, they're going to purchase and you get that lump sum right away because they just straight up bought your album or bought your song. But that longevity that you get through streaming, you don't get with direct to fans, right? It's like when we used to have CDs, right? When you purchase that CD, for example, I still have Michael Jackson's greatest hit CD, History, right? I still listen to it. I still have the CD. It still works. I still have a CD player and I still listen to it, right? Every time I listen to those songs, Michael Jackson is no longer getting paid for those songs. The only amount that he got off of me was the $15 that I paid to buy the CD. But once the CD is bought, I have been listening to that album for years. All right. Let me see. I bought it when it first came out. So let me just look at when it first came out, right? To put this in perspective. His story, past, present, future, right? I bought this when it first came out. It came out in, can we get a date that this came out? Recorded. It was released in 1995. So I've had this since 1995. I've had this for almost 30 years now. When I bought it for $15 at that time, I have never spent a penny on listening to the music again. That's almost 30 years of listening to this album. I listen to this album all the time. It just plays on replay, right? You're not getting anything when you look at direct to fans. From that CD, you just get the direct, right? Versus if I was streaming this for the last 30 years, he would still be making money off of it, because every time a stream happens, you get paid. Now, I know a lot of people look at streaming, they're like, well, you have to get so many streams to make it a certain amount. And that is true, right? It takes like 300 streams to make $1, on Spotify. It takes almost 300 plays. So to make $15, let's just do the math, right? Because this album was $15. So let me pull up my calculator here, right? And let's do some math, right? I bought this for $15, right? And if it was streaming, let's do 300 streams is $1 times 15, right? So it would take 4,500 plays for you to make $15 through streaming, right? Obviously, 4,500 plays or listens to the song is going to take longer than just selling the $15 CD. But I guarantee you, in the last 30 years that I've had this album, I've listened to it way more than 4,500 times, which means that if we actually counted how many times I played this for the last 30 years, he would have made so much more off of this, because again, that $15 is capped. Once they buy the CD, unless if they keep the CD in good condition, they'll never have to buy it again. Same thing with records. People are still using the original records of certain albums, right? They just had to buy it once for the $8 or $9 it was back then. So that is the pro to streaming, that every time somebody listens to it on a streaming service, you're going to get paid. Sure, it's not as much as direct to fan, but it is something that you will always continue to get, and it will continue to happen for the rest of your life as long as your music is still available for streaming, right? So that is the pros and cons to both. Streaming is less, but you get paid forever, and you'll always have an opportunity to get paid. Direct to fans, you get paid more up front, and you don't get paid ever again for it, right? So when picking between the two, I think to each his own. But if you were to ask me personally, what would be the ideal thing to do? I say do a combination of both, right? So let's say you have an album that's coming out, right? With that album, let's say you say, you know what, for the first 100 copies of that album, right, it'll be $50 to get it on a direct-to-fan, but you'll also get a T-shirt, right? And you'll get, I don't know, something else, a T-shirt and the actual CD of it, right? And it's like a whole bundle. And you only do that for the first 100 copies of the release, right? Then a week later, or let's say a month later, you actually release it on all streaming platforms, right? You could do something like that. You could do a pre-release that's on direct to fans, and then on the official release date, you could do it that way, right? So that's something that you could consider. That would probably be the best combination to do. That's something that I'm going to do with my next project that comes out. I'm going to do a pre-release. The pre-release is going to be a month before, and the official release is going to be a month later. But with the pre-release, you're going to get extra stuff. So I'll get a combination of both. I'll get the lump sum in the beginning, and the official release I'll get it later, right? So that's the difference between the two, right? I say definitely do a combination between the two, Brian. Don't rely on one or the other. All right, you want to have both because, again, streaming is longevity. All right, direct to fan is now, right? And you kind of need both. So that'll definitely be the answer to that. And that was a great question, Brian. And again, for anybody else who's listening, joining in and things like that, don't be shy. Go ahead, throw your questions in the chat. All right. Again, best question that's answered today will get best question that's asked today will get a free gift on me. All right. So let's do this. Let's work on this. All right, and get this done. All right. Now I'm gonna pull up the next question here. Hold on, guys. Let me make sure everything that I have is sorted out here. I got a lot of stuff that's popping up for no reason because I tried to pull up my notes and it's all gone. Okay, perfect. All right. So the next question we're going to be pulling up here is actually from, let's see. The next question is from RJ Corral, right? RJ Corral or RJK Rao, maybe, all right? All right, so the question that he asked was on the video, how to fix your music on your YouTube official artist page with DistroKid. All right, so he's probably having issues with DistroKid and getting his music to show up the right way. So here's his question. All right, any ideas? And again, for those of you who are watching on IG, you'll have a better experience if you're watching this on YouTube because you can actually see what I'm seeing and you could actually comment and do those things as well. So I appreciate you guys for joining in on IG. You could ask the questions right here on IG. I'll still answer them on IG, but for a better experience, head over to my YouTube and ask the question in the chat box of the YouTube because you could also get a chance to win something free as well. All right. So the question is, any ideas? I have a release through CD Baby. What's going on, Brian? Appreciate you for joining in. Y'all go check out Byron Holton. He does great Christian music. He's a brother. Really dope music. Y'all go check out his music. Actually, he released a dope cover song since we were just talking about cover songs earlier. So y'all go check him out. Y'all go follow, show him some love, subscribe, and all of that good stuff as well. Byron, if you head over to the YouTube, just make sure you put in your link so people can subscribe and follow, all right? Because we do definitely support each other on the community on YouTube. So head over to YouTube, guys, as soon as you can, all right? And just drop your link in there. Let us know you're here. That way, we're doing our thing. How I'm feeling, bro, because I'm feeling like David. I feel you, brother. Appreciate that. See you on YouTube real soon. Don't forget to share those links on there so everyone can subscribe. All right, so going back to this question from RJ. All right, he says, any ideas? I have a release through CD Baby. I claim my YouTube artist channel. It appears there, but I can't access any editing to it, and there's an ad that appears halfway through the music. No, thanks. I can't figure out how to turn that mid-roll ad off, and in fact, I can't access any editing, pre-modifications, etc. to that video. It does not appear in my content section of my YouTube studios, but it has been successfully linked to my artist channel and it appears there. Just can't be accessed in studio for modifications of settings, etc. All right, so this is something that really does happen, all right? And if you're not aware about it, you could be surprised by it for the first time, all right? And just to be clear to RJ and anybody else that's watching, this is not just a CD Baby thing. This is actually not an issue at all. This is just how music distribution companies do it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up one of my songs that is linked to my distribution, right? So when you make your YouTube channel an official artist page, you should get this little music note here. And when you hover over it, it just says official artist page. Once your channel becomes an official artist page, you will actually have this tab right here, which is the releases tab, where your music distribution company will actually release your music. All right. So in my case, these are all my songs that are actually released right now. Now, I didn't upload these onto YouTube myself. These were automatically uploaded through my music distribution company right now, which is currently DistroKid, right? Once you click on the song comes up, and people can listen to the song. As you can see, an ad comes up, right? Once the ad is over with, you can listen to the song, and boom, the album artwork or the cover art will show up here. Now, again, I never uploaded this, guys. I never uploaded this. This was automatically generated through DistroKid. Now, if you go down here and you go to, the descriptions, it'll even let you know, provided to YouTube by DistroKid. Right? So in the case of RJ, it's going to say provided to YouTube by CD Baby. It's going to give you the intro of the music, and then look what it says right here. Auto-generated by YouTube. That means it's auto-generated. It's not something that you physically created. Now, because it's auto-generated and because this is something that your music distribution company does, you can't edit this. You have no access to edit it whatsoever. You see how it says edit video as if I could? Look what happens once I click on it. As soon as I click on it, it's going to bring me to this page like I can't do right here. Oops, something went wrong. This is going to happen every single time. It don't matter what distribution company you go with. You cannot edit the auto-generated video of whatever song that you release to YouTube from your music distribution company. It's not a CD Baby thing. It's not a DistroKid thing. It's a music distribution thing when it comes to releasing your music from there to YouTube. Now, the reason, one of the things that you could attribute to this is because, remember, when the music is added to YouTube, it's primarily supposed to be added to the YouTube music, right? But this is what it ends up happening. There's no way you could edit it. There's no way that you could change it or anything like that. Hold on. I see a question here on IG. Positive Society Music. Thank you for joining in. What's the YouTube account? My YouTube account. All right. If you want to watch this through my YouTube, there should be a link on my actual page. All right. Actually, on the story, even better, just go to my story. I provided a link right there. All right. Just click on the link. It'll take you directly to the live presentation of this on YouTube. All right. So for everyone who's joining in on here, Moto Kyle, what's going on as well? If you guys want your music industry tips, questions answered, right, you could ask the question on the IG, but I would prefer you guys to head over to my YouTube channel. All right. And I'm live on here right now. Get your questions in the chat room over here on YouTube. All right. Because you'll be able to see me answer it live on YouTube, and you'll have a chance to win a free gift on me. So head over. Positive. You're very, very welcome. I'll see you in the chat on YouTube. Just let me know once you jump in on YouTube. Moto Kyle, if you want to jump into the YouTube as well, I'll see you there as well. Again, I'm here to answer any music industry tip questions. So everybody on IG, head over to YouTube. I'll see you there, all right? So going back to this here, guys, auto-generated, right? There's nothing we could do about this. The only thing that we can do is we can respond to these comments, right? I should have responded to these. I haven't noticed. Why I haven't noticed? Because I don't get the notifications from it because it's auto-generated, right? So, but this is how it's going to look like, and there's nothing that you could do about it. Now, if you want to have your music in a different way, then, of course, you would have to manually upload it yourself. Now, mid-roll ads. Because RK said that he had, somewhere in here, he said he had mid-roll ads. Ads appear halfway through the music. All right, so what that must mean is, this is my guess. My best guess is that his music might be longer than 8 minutes, right? Because as soon as your video is longer than 8 minutes, you're going to get a mid-roll ad. Anything under 8 minutes will not have a mid-roll ad. That's why if I were to play any one of these songs right here on my YouTube, it'll play from beginning to end because my songs are 3 minutes long, right? I'm never going to hit that 8-minute mark with my song. So he must have uploaded a song or distributed a song longer than 8 minutes, which is why he has the mid-roll ad halfway through the video, right? That's also something that you will not be able to edit. There's nothing you could do to edit or change the auto-generated video that your distribution does of your music on your channel. There's nothing you could do. And trust me, I tried. I've contacted as well. There's nothing you could do. All right, now, of course, you don't have to have your music on there as an official artist channel. I would always advise that you do, right? You could upload your music by yourself if you want to be able to edit it and stuff like that. But remember, you will lose access to having the music on YouTube Music, right? So this is why they really auto-generate your music to YouTube and why they design it in this way. Whether we agree with it or not, this is why they do it, to show you guys, all right? They do it because of music.youtube.com. This is YouTube's version of Spotify. This is how they work their Spotify, all right? Very, very similar, all right? You know, when you go to the artist page, like for instance, because I have an official artist page, you could look me up on music.youtube.com. Like I said, this is YouTube's version of Spotify. This is why they auto-generate the music. They auto-generate the music so that your music could show up on here like this, right? But again, this is the primary reason YouTube does it the way that they do it. We can't change it. We can't fix it. We can't edit it, but it has to be like that for the purpose of the video. So great question by RK. And again, I'm gonna make sure that I shared the link to this video to that comment so that he knows that I answered his question. I should have been doing that all along, but now I'm doing it. All right, any questions that I go over in these videos, I'm gonna make sure that the people who ask the question, I reach out to them and let them know that it was answered here so that they can watch the video to get their questions answered. All right, but that answers that question there. Brian, I see another question here that's great. What you also said, sorry, I don't mean to dominate. Hey, go ahead, man. Go ahead, man. That's why we're here. Like I said, the more the merrier. Answer as much or ask as much questions as you can. Take advantage of every question. You know, don't be shy or afraid or feel like you're getting you're asking too much questions. Go ahead. I'm here. You guys got me for an hour. Take advantage of it as much as you can. All right. So Brian's next question is, thanks. How do you deal with the new restrictions on the digital stores? I am kind of frustrated with things on the distributors I have used. When you say restrictions, Brian, I need more detail because I'm not sure I understand what you mean by restrictions, because I don't think I have the same restrictions. So I want to know what you mean by restrictions. What are they allowing you to do and not allowing you to do that you feel restricted? Give me a little bit more detail so that I can answer that question more accurately, all right? LD40, thank you for joining in. Was good to see you, brother. Thank you for always being part of the community and joining in and showing support and asking questions, right? As I was saying earlier, Brian, you know, don't feel like you're dominated. LD40 asks a question every chance he gets on here. You know, take advantage of the opportunity because, like I said, that's why I'm here. So LD40 says, is there a website or video explaining different music genres? Ooh, no. There isn't a video or website explaining it because, well, I don't know why there isn't, but I can tell you that it does get very, very complex really, really quickly. Music genres are complex, all right? I could show you what I do when I want to understand a music genre more. So what I do is I do this. You know, let's say I'll go to Wikipedia, right? And let's say there's an artist that I'm thinking of and I just want to know about the genre of music they make. Like, let's say I go to Lecrae, right? And when he comes up, what you'll notice is the genre, the different genres here. Now, if you want to know more about them, and this is what I use, you know, I don't know how accurate this is. I mean, Wikipedia has become more and more accurate over the years. But what you can do is you just click on it, right? So like pop rap. What exactly is pop rap, right? You could click on it, and they'll actually just give you an understanding of what it is, right? So it's a genre of music fusing the rhythm-based lyricism of hip-hop with pop music's preferences of melodies, vocals, catchy tunes, emphasizing on pop-like productions and structures, right? So it literally gives you a breakdown of what the genre is, and you could do this with literally any genre. LD40, you could literally pull it up if you want to know what pop is, if you want to know what hip-hop is. You know, I use Wikipedia all the time when it comes to, you know, just understanding certain genres more, like just any genre. Look at this, rap, opera. You know, they got fusion genres here. Look at this, rap, rock, rap metal, trap metal, you know, trip hop, or lo-fi hip-hop. I remember somebody was asking me what's lo-fi hip-hop, right? Boom, it's a down tempo. It combines the elements of hip hop and chill out music. So it's real chill. It's like it's hip hop that you could study to or do homework to, right? It's not aggressive. It's chill. It's mellow. You know, you got like electronics in there. You know, neo soul, so to speak. You get what I'm saying? That's what lo-fi hip hop is. And look, here's some of this. Look, electronic. I just mentioned that, right? Neo soul. There it is, right there. Easy listening, right? And these are things you could, again, just click on, and you'll learn more about it. Learn more about, look, trip hop. You can literally click on any one of these here. Neo or new jazz, right? You can click on that. Music Soul Child, I know, did new jazz. A Tribe Called Quest. You get what I'm saying? This is probably the easiest way to learn about genres because there's so much. So this is what I personally do. Is there a better method of this? Probably. All right. Is there a website that could probably just give you the list of all genres and you can click them? Probably. But for now, I just use Wikipedia. I just use Wikipedia because not only does it tell you what that genre is, it tells you where it originates from. It tells you what instruments are typically used, all right, and what they stylize from. You get what I'm saying? Things like that. So I hope that helps, LD40. That's a great way to learn more about genres. Again, for those of you who are joining in on IG, welcome. Welcome, J-Dub. Thank you for joining in. All right, I could go ahead and answer your music industry tip questions on IG, but for a better experience, head over to my YouTube channel. The link is in my bio because best question that's asked today will get a free gift on me. So just make sure you're watching on YouTube. I also left the link in my stories. All right, guys, on IG. All right, Positive, I see you. Thank you for joining in. All right, thank you for joining in, and I see you have your question here. So let's do this. All right, so Positive is joining in from IG. He first joined in on IG, and now he's here on YouTube. All right, J-Dub, hope to see you soon on YouTube. All right, well, just let me know once you join in on the YouTube video. And, yeah, ask as much questions as you want. I'll see you on YouTube real soon. All right, so Positive says, I'm hearing that Spotify is not paying for artists that have under 1K streams and giving it to an artist that do. Oh, okay, Positive Society. That is a great thing. All right, so great, I guess, question. But yes, the answer to that question is yes, it is true. And as a matter of fact, I did a YouTube video on it. So let me see if I can find it real quick. Spotify. I do a lot of videos on Spotify, but let me see. I know I did one on that one. How to get more streams on Spotify playlist. It's the changes to Spotify. This happened. When did this happen? This happened. I think the beginning of this year. Changes to Spotify, maybe. Spotify royalty payout changes. This is the video right here. All right. So I'm gonna share this video with you. I'm gonna explain it, Positive. I'm gonna explain it on this video here, but for a more in-depth explanation to it, once this live is over, definitely check this video out. I just shared it in the chat there, so you guys could check that. So what everything Positive Society said is absolutely true. All right, so this happened 7 months ago, right? 7 months ago, that means December of last year is when I posted this. I posted this as soon as I found out about it, right? So essentially this, as of 2024, any recording artist that has a song on their Spotify that has less than 1,000 streams, they will no longer be paying out. You have to have a minimum of 1,000 streams on your Spotify in order for you to get paid for your streams, right? It's in the new terms and conditions, which you have to sign up for which you have to approve of every year. All right. Why they're doing it, I don't know. I guess they're looking at it like, okay, if you have less than 1,000 streams, you're only getting, because what did we say earlier? Like 300 streams is for $1. And you know what? Let me stop guessing. I know it's roughly 300, but I could look this up. Streaming royalty calculator. All right, and this is something you guys could always look up as well. All right, you know, they're not exact, but they're close enough, right? So estimated number of streams. So 1,000 streams. So 1,000 streams is probably going to be roughly around $3, maybe a little bit more, $4 depending on the play. Yeah, okay. So see, Spotify is $4. So I guess the way they're looking at it is, if if you're not making at least $4 on your music, they're not gonna pay it out to you. Now, that's kind of crazy to me because at the end of the day, if you pay your music distribution company to get it on their site and things like that, it doesn't matter how much it is. If I've earned it, I earned it, right? And that's what it should be. But unfortunately, that's what Spotify has changed it to. So you got to make sure that you get over 1,000 streams for each song to make sure that you get paid out for it. Now, to the second part of what Positive Society said in regards to giving it to the artists that do, that is also true, unfortunately. And that's probably the part of it that upsets me the most, is that it isn't the fact that they're not going to pay you. It's the fact that they're actually going to give it to the top ranked artists that is on Spotify. So essentially, I don't know who's way up there, like Beyonce, probably Drake. I don't know who's 1 or 2 or anything like that. But, you know, those artists who are way, way up there, Taylor Swift, right? They're the ones who actually are going to be getting all the streaming royalties for everybody who has less than 1,000 streams, as if they need the pennies as it is, right? But yes, it is true. They will actually be the ones to get it. They won't give it to you if you don't have at least 1,000 streams. Now, I do know that part of the reason they did that is because a lot of people were creating Spotify accounts, getting music on free distribution services and not getting any streams. So they're overloading their server, right? There's a bunch of artists that sign up and get their music out every day. But a lot of artists, you know, they'll just make a song, put it on there, never promote it or anything, has like 20 streams on there. And now it's taking up space on their database, right? 20 streams is literally pennies. You get what I'm saying? I don't even think that's gonna count for 1 penny. You get what I'm saying? But there's a lot of people out there who's just throwing music on their platform without actually getting any plays on it. So I guess this is their way to kind of deter those people or motivate people to actually start promoting their music and start getting streams so that they could get paid. Now, I will say this. It is not hard to get 1,000 streams. I know it may seem that way at first, especially just starting out, but I promise you guys it's not that hard. As I mentioned in all of my other videos, you know, there are different ways that you could get your streams higher and higher and more streams. All right. Of course, I provide the Spotify tool, which I'll pull up right now on screen for you guys so you guys can see it yourself. Free playlist. All right. For those of you who are struggling with getting streams right now, all right, especially getting to 1,000, these websites will help you. All right. So for those of you who know about this, great. If you don't know about this, grab your free list of Spotify playlist websites. Essentially, in this free tool that I have for you guys, right, I give you 8 different websites that you could submit your music to Spotify playlisters for free, right? Spotify playlisters, also known as curators. If they like your music, they will actually add your music to their playlist. All right, we're talking about curators that has thousands of people listening to their playlists every day, right? So if you could get on these playlists, it'll absolutely make it much easier for you to get to 1,000 and actually build your fan base in general. All right, so if you guys want to tap into that and grab that free tool, there's the link there. I just shared it for you guys there. All right, it's not hard. Trust me, guys, it's not hard. All right, just make sure that you're doing everything that you have to do, but it's not hard. It's not hard to get those streams. You guys can absolutely do it. Just make sure you look into that. All right. But yeah, grab that tool and let me make sure I move this here so I can make sure I see when the ads are coming, because sometimes the ads are coming and I'm saying something very, very important, and I want to make sure I don't say it while the ad is here. All right. But yeah, so that's the tool there. Make sure you grab this tool here so that you're able to get the streams that you're able to get. All right. And now let's go over some more of these questions here. I see that the questions are starting to pile up here. So let's go into a little overdrive here to get all of these questions answered. TYGZ, Big Us. Thank you for joining in. I don't think I've seen your name here before, so I appreciate you for joining in for the first time. All right, definitely share your links to your page and everything like that. I'll definitely, follow and things like that. And for if you want to share your music link, you could do that as well. Appreciate you for joining in, and for anybody else who joined in as well. Morel Saunders, I don't think I've seen your name here before as well. Welcome. Subscribe if you guys haven't subscribed yet. Also, welcome. All right, see your question. So I'll go ahead and answer your question next. So your question is, what are your top 2 streaming platforms? All right, so the top 2 streaming platforms in general is going to be Spotify and Apple Music. The reason I say that is because pretty much anybody who has an Apple or an iPhone, right, or iPad or things like that, tend to have Apple Music. Apple Music is what, $10, $15, depending on which one you get, right? And it's absolutely great. So Apple users use Apple Music. And then Spotify is the biggest. Spotify has been here for years. It has the most people streaming and listening to music on there and so on and so forth. So those are without question the top 2. Now, should they be the top 2? I don't think so, but I can't change the reality of what is, right? If we go back to that streaming calculator for a second, right? If we go back to this streaming calculator, you'll see here that for 1,000 streams, right? I'll do it again. I don't know if you guys paid attention to it when I looked it up here, but I'll do it one more time so you guys see in 1,000 streams. Tidal pays the most per stream, right? If for 1,000 streams, Tidal will give you $12, right? That's 3 times Spotify and over twice as much as Apple Music, right? But most people don't have Tidal. Most people don't sign up for Tidal. Tidal is literally the same cost as Spotify and Apple Music, right? It's just not as big as Apple Music and Spotify, and it hasn't been here as long. So people don't necessarily gravitate or sign up for it. But if we could start the world over today and get Tidal as the main streaming service, we as artists would be making so much more off of our streams and music, but we aren't because most people don't use Tidal. It's just the reality, right? I mean, the only way that you can maybe force people to use Tidal is if you make it an exclusive, like I will only release my music on Tidal, which I know Beyonce did with a particular album. Jay-Z also did it with a particular album. By the way, Tidal is owned by Jay-Z, so it was smart, but I get it, right? They made it exclusive. So I think that once you're big enough, right, and you know that people will do whatever it takes to listen to your next album, it will be a smart move to do a Tidal or a direct to fan for a certain amount of time, so to speak. You know what I mean? But yeah, the top 2 is Spotify and Apple Music. This is literally the order, right? Spotify, Apple Music. Tidal will probably be the 3rd biggest when you're thinking about how much, but really, it's Amazon. Because if you don't have these 2 accounts, you definitely have an Amazon account, an Amazon Music account. So these are the top 3 ones. Obviously, YouTube is free, easy access, so it don't pay much at all. And SoundCloud, this is exactly why I don't promote SoundCloud, because SoundCloud is the lowest when it comes to how much you get paid per stream. I don't co-sign or like SoundCloud at all in regards to this. And not only does it pay the lowest, but if you don't set up your metadata the right way, you'll never get paid from SoundCloud. So SoundCloud is not my favorite. I don't like how they're designed and how they set up. They don't make it really easy for an artist to get paid. I mean, I know artists currently that has hundreds of thousands of streams on SoundCloud and has never got a penny from them, right? Because they never put their metadata in the right way and things like that. All right, I did a video on that as well. All right, so if you want to do it, you could always check that one out later. But yeah, that's pretty much it on that. Those are my top 2. Good questions, Saunders. I hope that helped you out. Thumbs up if you got the answer to that question. All right, LD40 has another question coming in here, and his question is, I have another question. Is there a plugin or method of finding what key and BPM a sample is in? Yes. Ooh, production question. Yes. I don't know why that excited me so much. Okay. Yes, there absolutely is a tool to do this, and I'm actually going to share that with you. So I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm also a producer as well. I actually mix and master my own music as well, all right? Actually, the song that is currently playing, Feeling Like David, is my own song, and I actually produced this record. I produced it. I did everything. I mixed and mastered it. That's me on the vocals, all of that. So I produce as well. Now, when it comes to finding BPMs and samples and everything like that, there are plugins in Logic. There are plugins in Pro Tools and stuff like this. But I personally like to use Virtual DJ. All right. Now, I'm actually going to pull up virtual DJ here so you guys can see. I mean, some of you might know what virtual DJ is. All right. Some of you may not. All right. But virtual DJ is not even like a producer tool. It's just a program that DJs use to DJ digital. Right. So let me pull up this screen so you guys can see it. This is virtual DJ. This is how it looks like. Right. You know, I have an old version, but it doesn't matter because I don't need to update it. Let me make it bigger for you guys. Come on. Oh, why do they keep doing that? Let me make it bigger. Help me make it bigger. Come on, get to the edge. Okay, it's acting weird. It's acting weird. Here we go. No, it's not doing it. Okay, forget it. I'm not going to make it bigger. All right, but this is virtual DJ, right? This is how it looks like. So what you got to do is, it's very, very simple, all right? You take whatever the MP3 is. Let me see if I can find an MP3. Let me see if I can find an MP3. All right. Let me see. I found. Okay, you know what? The song that's playing right now, right? Feeling Like David. So I'm going to take the MP3 of that song. Boom. You can do this for a sample. You can do this for anything else. Hold up. Let's get virtual DJ back up here. Okay, virtual DJ is back up. All right, can I make this bigger? Let's just make this bigger. There we go. All right, so here's virtual DJ, guys, right? Everybody's looking at it. Everybody sees it. Yeah, virtual DJ is here. You take the song, right? You see how I got the song here, and I'm dragging and dropping. As soon as you drag and drop it, you LD40, you're going to see everything right here. You see this right here? Look, it automatically will tell you the BPM and what key the song or sample or whatever is in. Now, one last thing. When you first download Virtual DJ, the layout up here is set to Pro, but when you first get it, oh, by the way, this is it's free. Virtual DJ is free. You don't have to pay for it, right? They're going to have you on Starter. Starter will only give you the BPM. It won't give you the key. You want to change it to Pro so that you could actually have the key as well show up. And like I said, all you got to do is drag and drop, and then it'll show up there, all right? I'm pretty sure I did a video on this as well, so I'll share the link to the video so that you guys won't forget, all right? Find a key, how to find a key to a song of any beat. Look, Virtual DJ download link. And actually, this video is perfect because I even give you the link to download it. So I know I already had the video for it, but I knew it wouldn't take long to show you guys, so I'll show you. And let me share that link with you guys now. All right, so anyone who's struggling with finding the BPMs or the key of a beat, a sample, a song, or instrumentation, whatever, when you're producing, check out that video. Download Virtual DJ. It's the fastest method I know of and the most accurate method that I know of. All right, so that answers your question right there, D40. Great question. All right. Next question again, going back to Brian here, basically accusing me of a song using AI, and I have placed almost a year ago, and accusations of fake streams. Okay, so this was the elaboration of the restrictions. Okay, so they were accusing you of a song using AI that was uploaded almost a year ago. Wow. Okay. Okay. I'm frustrated with the things. What distribution company, if you don't mind me asking, Brian, what distribution company I know you said that it's been with a few, but let me know what distribution company that you've had this issue with. If it's most of them, then there's something about the song that you have that maybe is triggering the copyright infringements or so on and so forth. If it is something like that, then that's something that's going to be a more in-depth search, because we have to figure out what sample that you're using or what is being used to cause it to be flagged so that you keep getting restricted so that we could stop it. Because if you don't know which song is actually causing this restriction, then it's like finding a needle in a haystack. All right. So, but let me know which distributors you're referring to that you have had this issue with. All right. DistroKid. Is it only DistroKid? If it's only DistroKid, then it might be a DistroKid thing, right? Let me know if it's just DistroKid or not. I see you put DistroKid, but I want to know if it's only DistroKid. All right. Pretty Girl Progression. Thank you for joining in, sneaking into this live while my boss is here to get this good info. I appreciate it. Don't get fired accounting me though, because because you need to do the 9 to 5 until you can put yourself in the position to do music full time. All right. Me doing music full time didn't start right away. I had to build to it. All right. And there are a lot of steps that I had to take to get there. So you want to make sure that you put yourself in a position. All right, yes, so it's just DistroKid. All right, so my advice to you, Brian, would be to try a different distributor, all right, and see if you still get the same exact issue with it, all right? Now, if you get the issue with the next distribution company, then you're going to have to look into whatever songs that you have created. You got to check maybe the sampling or whatever the case may be. I don't know if your songs have samples or if they're cover songs or whatever the case may be, but something is in there that is getting red flagged. So try a different distribution company. If you ask for my personal recommendation, I would probably say Symphonic. All right. If you're again having an issue with that, then Brian, you may have to do a one-on-one coaching session with me, and we may have to research it together if you're still having trouble finding out what it is. All right, there's some more stuff that I know we could try, but we just wouldn't be able to do all of it on this live because it's going to need a lot of your personal information, your ISRC codes and things like that. So we cannot do that on the live to protect you and your music. We may have to do a one-on-one coaching session in order to figure that out, but try the other distribution company first, all right? If you have that same issue with that, let me know. Reach out to me. I know we're already following each other on IG, so just reach out to me, DM me on there, and we'll take it from there. All right, Brian? But I'm here to help you in any way that I can. Just let me know, all right? Now, Morel Saunders has another question, or actually, I think it's a clarification. I apologize for not clarifying my question. What are your top 2 distributors? I must make a decision soon. Thanks. Oh, well, as far as what distribution companies, my top 2. Okay, so great question, Morel. Okay, so I don't know if you've seen this video, but I'm gonna share this video with you. Best music distribution, or let me just put distributor. It should come up. All right, for 2024. All right, I did this about 5 months ago in the beginning of the year. All right, and in this video, I lay out the top 3, right? My top 3, and I actually do this every year. And I lay out my top 3 music distribution companies every year. All right, believe it or not, it does change sometimes from year to year because prices change. All right, terms and conditions change. All right, restrictions may change, things like that. So it doesn't always stay the same. All right, this is the most up-to-date one. If you check out any of the other ones, then the other ones are they're not going to be as up-to-date. So this is the most up-to-date one. Definitely check that video out. But if you ask me what's my most recommended right now, it would definitely be Symphonic. Symphonic is on the top of my list right now. I've been with DistroKid for a long time. All right, but over the years, I've noticed that there's a lot of things that have changed about DistroKid. DistroKid has created more ways of collecting revenue from me, right? Like lyrics, for example. Before, all your lyrics were free to upload to Spotify and all of those things. But now DistroKid charges you more to have your lyrics on certain, I think, it's free to get on Apple Music, but you got to pay extra to get on Spotify and everywhere else. You get what I'm saying? DistroKid has been doing things like that they have been adding fees here, fees there, fees in all of these different places to make it to a point that it's like, okay, it's getting really, really costly. And not only that, but you can't downgrade and stuff like that if you do upgrade and things like that. So DistroKid has become one of probably the most expensive streaming platform or music distributor, right? So I'm actually in the process of transitioning, to be completely candid, transitioning from DistroKid to Symphonic right now, right? The reason I've been with DistroKid for so long is because DistroKid literally offers every tool that you need as an independent artist. A lot of these music distribution companies don't. TuneCore doesn't. United Masters doesn't. A CD Baby doesn't. A lot of these other ones, there's so many tools that just isn't available. That's why I was with DistroKid for so long. But Symphonic is the first music distribution company that I was able to find that has pretty much that has all the tools that I think that are important for an artist to have, right? So I won't be losing any tools, but it'll be less because Symphonic isn't as expensive as DistroKid. Symphonic doesn't charge more for content ID. Symphonic doesn't charge more for the lyrics and all of those different things. So Symphonic would be number one on my list right now if you're asking me specifically. All right, but definitely watch that video if you want to know the other two. And obviously DistroKid is not on that list. All right, the last time DistroKid was on the list, I think 2022. DistroKid was on the list, but since 2023, DistroKid has made its way out the list of the top of my top 3. So that's it right there. And thank you so much. I just noticed that you actually just donated, so I truly appreciate that. It goes a long way keeping the channel up, and all of the different things, creating tools for you guys. So I truly appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. Thank you for the donation, Morel Saunders. Appreciate that a lot, for sure. I'm gonna give you 100 in the heart for that. Love that. All right, but these are all great questions, guys. Let's see. But that should be it for today. All right. We got a lot of great questions asked and a lot of great questions answered. All right, so now is the time for me to pick the winner of the best question that's asked today. All right, now just to let you guys know, as far as how I picked the winner based off of whichever question prompts me to want to make another video or a tech tip, because all of these videos that you see on my page, they're tech tips. I release one every Thursday, right? Every Thursday I release one, and I call them tech tips because I'm WesTheTech and they're tech tips. Here they all are here, right? I got tons of videos. I release one every week. I've been doing this for almost 2 years now, right? That's why I have 534 videos, 365 days in a year, 56 weeks. I just be dropping videos to help you guys out. So best question that prompts me to want to make another video, that's usually who wins. All right, so I am going to just review them one more time. I think I know who the winner is, but let me just double check it one more time because I want to make sure that I get this right. All right. Brian had the question in regards to digital platforms versus direct to fans. That was a great one. All right. I know we talked about the restrictions. LD40 talked about different genres. That was good. Positive Society had a great one in regards to that. Yeah, I did it. Unfortunately, I did a video on that one already, but that was a great question, and thank you for bringing that up again. All right. Morel asked for the tools on streaming platforms. That was good. Finding the keys and BPMs. That was a great question. Did a video on that one already as well, but definitely still a great question. All right. Then we talked about the restrictions again and the top 2 distributors. All right. So based off of this list here, as far as the one that I did not do a video on yet, the winner would actually have to go to Brian. All right, Brian is the winner of this week. As you guys know, whoever wins will actually get access to my free ebook, The 13 Steps to Jumpstart Your Music Business. Like I mentioned earlier, I do music full-time. I've been doing music full-time for years now, and these are the steps that I took to put myself in a position to do music full-time. All right, now I believe Brian won before. I think we had trouble getting you this ebook. I don't remember, but DM me again on IG. I want to make sure you did get it. All right, now if you already got it from the last time you won, I have a secondary gift to get you as well. So DM me on IG, let me know. All right, and we'll chat it up and we'll figure out what your second gift is going to be, because if you already won this, I do have a secondary and I do have some other options as well. So guys, that means that even if you win this book, if you've never won this book before, all right, you could try again next week. If you've won it already, there is an opportunity to win something else. Yes, see, he's already won. I got you. I already have some other alternatives for you, Brian. We'll discuss it in the chat. All right, it's actually options. There's a couple of other options for you. So DM me. I'm going to give you those options and you pick from there. All right. One of the options is you actually get to do a one-on-one coaching session with me for 30 minutes. The other two, I won't tell you guys because it's a secret. All right. But yeah, there is some alternative options there, Brian. So make sure you DM me after this live here to make sure to remind me. All right, and then we'll go over that. But I want to thank everybody and appreciate everybody for joining in. All right, and just so you guys can see, I do take notes, right? And see, direct streaming versus digital streaming versus direct to fans, right? That's a video that I'm going to do. All right, that was a great question, and that'll be the video that's definitely coming. All right. As far as top cover song distributors, that's what's gonna be coming out this week. So be on the lookout for that this week. All right, guys. But that's pretty much it. I appreciate everybody for joining in. All right. Of course, lastly, as we always talk about, all right, my membership club. All right, if you want to be a part of the membership club, you get special perks to priority replies to comments. You get members only exclusive walkthroughs and free month-to-month coaching sessions. All you got to do is hit the join button and take a look at it if you're interested. But I thank you guys for all joining in. Positive, thank you for seeing you for the first time. Morel Saunders, thank you for seeing you as well for the first time. Again, I'm here every Tuesday, all right, from noon to 1 p.m. Eastern. And I'm just here to answer any music industry tip questions you guys may have. But, yeah, definitely check out my channel. Right, check out my videos. Anytime you want to look for something, just hit the search button. But make sure you subscribe because I have tons of videos here. As you can see, half of the questions I've already had videos for. So anytime, reach out to me, DM me if you might have a question. All right, make sure you follow. I'll follow back. DM me, and I'll just share the video if I have it. All right, and things like that. All right, guys. But that's pretty much it. Thank you all for tuning in. And of course, guys, I will see you guys next week. Peace.
All I do is all I do is seek the impossible goal, take the impossible role, hit the impossible feat, never believe in defeat. Buddy, get out of my way, ain't got no time to delay. I got something for the safe, nothing will stop me. All I do is this and a little bit of that. My little homie told me stick, and I'm really digging that. Now I'm all up in the mix, and you gotta live with that. Gotta get it how I live, y'all just living in the past. Mostly's all this whack, they can't even spit a rap. Hope you got a day job, you should really stick with that. Better hold on to your chick, I ain't even trying to brag. When she jump up in my whip, you will never get her back. It's a fact, yeah. Seek the impossible, overcoming the obstacles. I still got a whole lot to prove, better watch who you talking to. What? Buddy,